recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice.
Ooh, hey, it's your girl Candy, and I am here with my girls, Tamika's Den and Monique 69 Ways Johnson, and we are here to discuss. Y'all hear me? It's always something. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can
I
hear
hear
you.
you now. You went out
Okay.
for a minute. I didn't know if it was just
Okay.
me.
Right.
Child, let me take these AirPods out. Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can hear
Okay.
you.
We are here to discuss season 9, episode 19, taking it all back. This is the live after show to discuss Sistas. And we've already discussed a little bit backstage, but Mo, what are your thoughts on this episode? Scale of 1 to 5, what you like, and your thoughts on the overall episode.
I enjoyed this episode. I'll give it a 4. I really enjoyed it. I love the ladies' testimonies of what happened to them when the far as Dr. Cruz is concerned. And pissed me off. It was sad, but it pissed me off at the same time. And I
Mhm.
like how Fatima helped Sabrina. Like, I'm shocked that Sabrina went to Fatima. Even
Mm-hmm.
I was just shocked, but I just like how she finagled that situation. But yeah, and I like how they it was unfortunate that Danny got fired, but I kind of saw that coming. But that kind of pissed me off at the same time.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, she should have. If y'all gonna do that, y'all should have just let her go at the first round. But anyway, yeah. So that's pretty much it at the episode that I can remember right now.
Okay. And Tamika, what are your thoughts, dear heart?
Yeah, I agree. I thought this was a good episode. Kind of coming full circle, closing up some stuff. So, some stuff I ain't need, like I was telling them backstage, but, I haven't really been caring for these last couple of episodes. So I felt like this one was definitely better. And, the fact that we get into the meat and potatoes of this case, even though I was about to curse Candy ass out at first in the beginning. I
Yeah.
definitely agree that we could have been, if you was gonna let her go with the dating situation, you could have been let her go, like walk her hours, then turn around and want to let her go now. We done had this whole, lawsuit thing. I'm like, is she about to have to sue their ass again? She just not having a good time right now. But Lord knows I can relate to that because sometimes stuff just be hitting you like that. It be one thing after another, after another, after another.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you think you losing. That's what my other half used to always
The
say to me.
test.
And you really winning. Like this may be taking her to another space. So that should be interesting to see. And I like Sabrina getting the help from Fatima because the way Zanami and his wife, fake ass wife, girlfriend, fiance wanted to be up in that bank. Like, no, man. And for once in my life, y'all, okay, put this on the record. I was not mad at raggedy ass Rich being there. I was like, yes, please whip his ass, okay? Be useful for something.
On the record.
Yes, on
Yes.
the record. Yes, on the record. Duly noted. Thanksgiving Eve. Okay,
Mhm.
2025.
Yes.
Tamika appreciated Rich Monkey ass being in the building. Okay.
Yeah,
It,
especially since the bank act like they can't hire security, which I still don't
That's
understand.
I'm like, where's security when you
child.
need them?
Okay, a whole hallelujah
How you
mess.
got a whole bank that holds money with no security? I'm weak, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah. All of those things. Hey everybody, thank y'all for coming in. We got
Hey
Lori
y'all.
Mayo, Demetria Richburg, Renee Beckham, Jalen Wheeler, Trina Boo, Kenya Wells. Thank y'all for coming through. Michelle Wadler. Thank y'all for coming through. Please make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and the share buttons on all of our channels. And if you would like, please join the membership. Tamika and Monique both have memberships. It's just a little something just to give them for saying thank you. And if they can, they will do something special. I hadn't done it yet because listen, I hadn't. Just look, I got the monetization sign on my screen. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's get into the episode. So, and I can't remember how the episode. Oh, yes, the hell I do, because this I said this last week. That's that boy daddy. Okay, he the pappy of Zach, and I ain't gonna change it. I think that's Zach's father for whatever reason. He just gives me the vibes that he's Zach's father, or I ain't gonna say or. I just think that's his daddy. And I enjoyed the conversation he had. He was like, play football, and he wanted him to become a mentor, whatever, be on the board. And Zach, this probably would help Zach in his behaviors, his attitude, because he could display those things that he's trying to teach those young men, because those are men that are like, this is a different day and age. The way Zach acts now is how those kids act at school and in the streets and whatnot, so they just pop off at anything. So I think this probably would be therapy and healing for Zach too, if he was able to become a mentor to those young boys, because he would have to then display what he's trying to tell them. So how they say, do what I say, not what I do. I think he will have to do what I say and do what I do. He would have to display that. And I just don't. I just hope this man is not trying to get no money out of Zach. That would really, really, really piss me off. And I think he the daddy. But if you're trying to get money out of Zach, that's really, really, really gonna take me through there. Tamika, what are your thoughts with Zach and his potential pappy? And then Mo, you can pass the ball to Mo.
Yeah, I pretty much want the answers. I want to know why are they bringing this man into Zach's life. Like at first, I felt like it was a stranger that just so happened to come through on time and say the right things in
Right.
terms of when Zach was grieving. But if we going deeper than that, like is he playing catch with his daddy right now? That's really what I want to know. That's what the people want to know. But I thought it was cool as far as him doing the mentoring. Yeah, that would be good. And I kind of laughed when Keys was like, oh, I know you a very busy man. I was like, busy with what? Because Zach don't really do shit in this universe. Will pop up at Fatima job. He free. Now, if we was talking to the Fatima universe, maybe, but I was like, he ain't busy. But so I was laughing at that part. But I think that would be cute if they would kind of, maybe that could be a help to Zach as well as some helping, like you said. It could work both ways. But I just don't know what we doing with this Mr. Keys. What is he here for?
Yeah, same here. Like, I thought he was just a complete stranger. I thought he was gonna be like a genuine friendship, not that like I know your mama and your daddy. Oh, what a coincidence! Like, not. Um, and it better not be for money. And it's just weird how he was like, "Oh yeah, I ain't doing nothing. Probably be at home doing some laundry." Cause Zach said he gonna be hanging out with the fellas at the bar or something, whatever. And I'm like, Zach even picked up what he was putting down. Like, okay, I'll text you when we go out. Like, okay, you just wanna be, I guess, be in his life. The way he being pushy about it, like being his friend group or whatever, is giving like he could be the daddy for sure.
Yeah, because you already asked the boy to be a mentor and be on the board. You want to hang out with him
Does he want to
too?
spend some time? Yeah, he wants
I
to like
mean, like,
spend, like
what
he
is
want to
really
spend
going
time,
on?
like he want to make up
Or
time.
did you have a child and something happened to your son and you didn't get to have that with him? So now you're gonna
Could
use
be.
Zach as a. But I need you to. But I need that to be
It
talked
could be
about.
that too, because when he first met Zach, he said he had a child that passed away.
Right.
Oh, he did.
So
Oh, see, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
yeah,
he did that.
Damn.
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
baby, that could be it. But I need them to say that. I don't need. I need them to say it. Okay, so we can just because I don't want him to be Zach daddy and playing with this boy about some money and want to be in his space. I just would like for it to be, if that's what it is, then say what you want. If you want him to be a son, a pseudo son, then say that. Then say that. 'Cause hell, he need a daddy, so why not? Um,
I
so
just hope that he not the daddy for real, because Zach don't like, he don't like playing those kind of games.
I agree.
Zach do not like that, and he don't know how to take it well. For real, for real.
I,
So
I agree. We can get Danny out the way. So we get this dingbat of a HR manager, whatever she is. She must just started, because ain't no way you gonna handle something. This is the second time she done this, ain't it? Talk to somebody out in public. You gonna fire this lady in public, let her know she got to go. Then you gonna run down her track record of everything that she's done, right or wrong, at this job that y'all kept her. Now y'all kept her there now, but I guess when shit hit the fan, it hit the fan, and it go everywhere. So I guess it's time. We downsizing again. So we're going to go ahead and let you go because you just got a good 100 bands up out of us or whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and let you go. And I just didn't like the way she did that. I don't like nobody talking and telling nobody business in public. I think that's disrespectful. That's inconsiderate, and that's not responsible because she daddy took the damn printer. She started throwing like people can act out. What they call it, going postal. People go postal, okay? And it could have been different, So you talk to people right, talk to them in the right way. You ain't got to run Danny list out here. She know what she did wrong at that job. She know. So why you got to tell her that? Tamika, what are your thoughts? And then Mo.
I mean, we know that they stay doing stuff in public here. If we being honest, we literally had the situation with Sabrina in public in the middle of the damn bank floor. Later, we got a situation in public at the law firm that completely pissed me off. We'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this ticked me off. Is annoying, but this seems to be the way they like to do it. They did it that way when it was her and Tony before, so it's not no big shock. And I feel like, to me, this didn't make sense with the cutting the hours, then circling back and being like, we're gonna let you go for all of that. Like I said, when we was backstage, they could have just already let her go. And we know that they had a list of things. Like Danny was literally hanging on by a thread. I don't think anybody's shocked that there was potential for them to fire her. That's why when her and Tony was doing all this stuff in public, it was like, girl, does that really make sense? Because she was doing stuff there from a long time before he even came into the picture. But I don't want you to be putting me on blast outside in the middle of the damn floor in front of everybody. That's very unprofessional.
Yes.
But it's like, it is what it is.
You made me take your head off. Like, listen, don't do that. You want a show? I give you a show.
Mm-hmm.
Monique.
I'm not shocked that I'm not really upset that she did it like that to Danny outside in public because she did offer to go to the office. Danny said she don't want to go to the office, so we are here. So she just let it all out. And sometimes Danny will play dumb like she ain't did shit. So the lady had to list out her resume for us. The fuck shit should be on the job. So I'm like, well, hey, she said you ain't got no proof, and then she talking about I had to attend to my kids. I'm like, damn, you ain't got no kids, girl. You play too much. I'm like, wait a minute. He said, how you know? Right. I'm like, you play too much. I'm like, everything she listed, is true. But it just irritated me because like y'all could have got rid of her. If this was her list of F shit she was doing on the job, y'all should have been fired her in the first round, in my opinion. Like, come on. Y'all playing games. So yeah, I think it was time for her to move on anyway because Zach is not there, or Tony to conversate with, or that white guy who used to get on her nerves. So it's like, if we ever cut to her job, she ain't gonna be doing nothing but being on the phone with one of the other sisters. Like, come on, like, it's time for her to move on, and I think she's tired anyway.
Yeah. She did, and I understand she did offer her to go to her office, but. And I know it's TV and it's Tyler Perry land, so I should not expect so much. But I just wish she had said, "No, ma'am, this is private. Let's go and
Well, she did say like, "Well, okay." She's like,
okay. Yeah, don't run me down in front. Don't do that. Don't do me that.
But if you deny going to the office, then hey.
Well, call me. She met Tony badass, thieving ass kids. Tony got a kleptomaniac for a daughter, and let's leave them cheering alone. Let's see. Let's get to Now them pictures look better on behind us, whatever. Y'all know what this is. This is a talking point. So
we see Pam boobs and we see half of them.
Okay. Maurice and Pam. Maurice is getting a shape up by Pam. And Danny's there as well. After she just left the gym with Zach. Okay. And they're just having a conversation about what they're gonna do with, I guess, their lives after the well, as far as Pam, after it closes, and then they're talking about how they should buy the salon. I think Pam's Wig Emporium, and then Maurice talking about he gonna have the naked men walking around and giving out hookahs under the hair dryer and stuff. And
Yeah, they just been throwing out ideas. They were just throwing out ideas. They were
And-
just throwing out ideas, and then Danny said it would be nice if she can just get a petty, that she get her hair done like a spa.
Yeah.
So she can get it all out the way. She said if they had that, she would never leave.
Exactly, and I agree. I'm with her on that one. Now, if I could do that,
get everything all at one place, one stop shop. Come on,
okay,
I'm with it.
Shop. But then she was speaking of, she told them about her hair loss, and then she lost her job. So it was like, yeah, perfect opportunity. Do something with your money. Give us your money.
Not give us
no, no. To be clear, your thoughts on these ideas. How Pam's Wig Emporium, the Maurice with the naked men and the hookahs, and then Danny with the mani-pedi while she get a full service, at the salon.
I mean, this could either be a great idea that works, that we could all come together and bring different pieces of us, okay, the big three, or it could be the worst thing ever. But no, I like this. I think it's cute. I already kind of started seeing a chemistry with Pam and Maurice. Then they would have their conversations with Danny, and we know that they were both interested, but they didn't have the money. So that was my question last week. How is that going to work? So for Danny to now lose her 9 to 5, and they say, girl, come on, step out on faith, take a leap. Like, maybe you could come in and you could help us with this. And we all could throw some ideas at the wall. Some of them are going to stick, some of them are not, but I'm definitely feeling the spot. I think that we could have a little bit of all of it. Now, maybe not the male dancers in the hookah, unless you're going to have a separate spot in the back or downstairs or something. But definitely the wigs could be in there. We could do hair. We could have the Roots to Riches. We could have the spa. Like, yeah, let's get it popping.
And it could work, as long as they have the right person to run it and make sure everything goes the right way.
Yeah, definitely need to have some business and stuff in writing.
The perfect business person, because I can see all three of them effing up something separately, okay? So they would have
Danny know that she can't mess around with this money, because because Pam like, don't you got that money for you could be an investor? Don't you got that money from the airport? And
yeah, I do agree with Danny. Like, don't count my money, girl. Listen, I'm already having all of these issues. Like, I would definitely want her to make sure, like we were saying, the business plan is set up. Like, you go have a conversation with Sabrina at the break. You do an update with Miss Marie Willis. Don't put all your money into it. Yeah. But if you have enough where you could put something, and then still, especially after what damn Tony dumbass did, you have enough where you can invest into that and then still put up something, make sure you got some other savings, then I say go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it, and I like thing too.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Because Pam said the same thing too. Well, she said, don't you got Roots to Riches or something? She said, but that's one income. I can't bank on just one income. And that's going to be costly too. It is costly to manufacture your own stuff.
And Pam was saying she has something to add to it, but of course it's less than what Danny would be adding to it. Maurice, I don't think he had anything to add but ideas.
He got an add.
Ideas.
Ideas.
Hilarious.
Maurice, you add your ideas, boo. That's what you do, okay? Don't let them leave you out there. But I did like when Pam said, it'll be all three of us. It'll be all of us, together. So, she didn't. It was no one person over the other. Jalen, baby, I love you. I appreciate you for coming through. But you're going to have to make better comments than what you're making, okay?
Okay.
I'm getting to a point where it's nerve-wracking, okay? I'm going to need you to do better in these comments, okay?
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, I'm with you, Lori. I believe Pam is very business-minded on the low. She just kind of real lax about it, but I believe if she had to, put one foot in front of the other, I think she would handle her business. Because so far with Roots to Riches, she made sure she got with Miss Marie and did the paperwork and stuff. So I think she would be good, but I just think she would just have to. I guess she don't want to lose herself because that's her personality, but I think she would do okay as far as managing the business and the money and whatnot. But I still would, like y'all said, have it in writing. Let's see. So we're gonna talk about this bank, the lawyer's office later on. So we are. Oh, that's a bad screenshot. I'll just keep Sabrina up here. So let's go to the bank. So we have I want to call him something else. Well, I'm just saying the money and his fiance at the
Jalen, I'm sorry. Jalen, you can have your opinion, that's fine, but what you're not realizing is one, you can have our channels be flagged because of the language that you're using. You throw us off with some of your comments when we trying to have a conversation. It's actually kind of disrespectful to us. So as much as we appreciate your support, we need it to be, in a certain way. And it's not the first time we're telling you this. Like,
yeah.
Keep it respectful, keep it cute. You can have your opinions about the women, but we literally talk about something else completely, and you putting crazy things about Sabrina in the comments that have nothing to do with what we're talking about, sweetie. Like,
Yeah,
we
and the
need,
things you're saying is not even relevant to this show at all. So, yeah, but that's that on that. So, yeah, just come on, you do better. Yeah. So, Damani and his fiance, they ragging on Sabrina about the embryos and that she can't do them, and oh god, and I'm glad, like Tamika said, I'm glad Rich was there because Damani needed to be checked. Because Damani was real out of pocket and he was real disrespectful, and I'm glad Sabrina mentions later on that you could tell his anger was fueled by that heifer. It wasn't him because he didn't feel that way. It was her, and he was trying to appease her. But you went about it the wrong way because one you ain't got pull. They love pulling up on people's jobs. They do not have boundaries. You pull up on my job. You got your girlfriend, your fiance, whatever she is, your pit bull with you. She rag tagging me, talking out loud and crazy. And then Rich coming here, which didn't make it better, but I'm glad he was there. Mo, talk about what you thought about this interaction, and then Tamika.
I find it entertaining because, like you said, the fiance, she's not a wife yet. She's a fiance, so yeah, she definitely a pit bull in her dress. She like, and the way she called Sabrina out her name and stepped to her like she's about to like hit her. I was like, yo, Sabrina is taller than you. Like she could like one swoop, hopefully. Hopefully, because Sabrina is, I don't know. I don't want to underestimate Sabrina because it be those that can really throw down. So let me not
Okay.
So
If she have the windmill, I'm sure she will.
okay, I know she kind of quirky or whatever, but I believe she can hold her own when it comes to like a physical fight. But yeah, I didn't appreciate how the money and the lady was coming towards her about this, and at her job, that's so disrespectful. This is not how you solve something. Okay. And you like, I'm looking at the money like, what is you doing? You work for the same company, but it might be a different branch. Like, what are you doing? And there's cameras here.
Okay.
It's like security, but it's cameras here.
Right.
But yeah, and I just find it when Rich, because he knocked the flowers out of Rich hand, like, oh man, Rich was itching to put his hands on this man from the beginning, okay, of it all. But swing smack, I'm glad Rich kind of held him up by the collar, and his girl said, "Swing, the money, swing. Why you like swing?"
She
like,
had that man in. She had that man in trouble, and that man on the lockup.
That's what I'm saying.
People like that,
like,
you got
swing.
Yeah, I hope he leave her because she talks too damn much. You had that man on the lockup.
That part, because she was wilding from here to the cop scene. Child, oh, she was wilding. But I chuckled when she told the money to swing back on Rich because Rich had him. I'm like, girl, not you telling like cheering your man to fight, and Sabrina keeps saying stop. And it was funny that Sabrina said, like, people keep popping up at my job. It seems like that's going around lately. I'm like, girl, hire security.
Please and thank you.
Okay.
Tamika.
Yeah, this was a hot ass mess. Like, the fact they thought they could come to the job, she coming in with the energy like she ready to fight. Sabrina, like Mo just mentioned, oh, is this her? Like, first of all, it just, it's like, what kind of woman are you? Why would you even want to be involved into something like this and to come with this type of energy. Now, if y'all was really serious about it and y'all was about business, then y'all would have already went and seen an attorney and looked into what your options were instead of calling her on the phone, threatening her, thinking you could come to the job to intimidate her. It definitely was her putting the battery in his back. It came off like, maybe they was broke up for a minute and he thought he was gonna get in with Sabrina. Everything that, even though I can't stand his ass, that Rich and later Fatima mentions to her was accurate. Like somebody just come in offering your day stuff out of nowhere, where they just was doing an interview with you. Then all of a sudden they act like they interested in you. You shut them down. Now he back with the girl, and now all of a sudden he's calling you to be like, I don't want you to have my embryos no more. Like if you don't get the hell up out my damn face. Because the way he had this thing mapped out and everything wrote down in the whole damn portfolio, it came off like whether it was Sabrina or whoever else, he had already made up his mind and was looking into doing this. You offered, she didn't offer. So it just never made sense. The math ain't math and it ain't add up. And now it's like you trying to come and it's like, no backseat. Like, this is kid shit. What are we doing here?
Right.
I mean, definitely.
Yeah. Then we can segue on to Sabrina going to Fatima because I want to, we got, let's go ahead and tie that up in a bow.
Okay.
So Sabrina goes to the law office and meets with Fatima, which I was surprised that she did, but I'm glad she went. And told her what happened. Fatima was like, she's not familiar with stuff like that, but go ahead and talk. I'm gonna be looking this stuff up and see what we got going on because I don't know anything about this particular case. But let's see if you got something similar to it or whatnot, and I'll see what I can do. But while they're talking, they were trying to put things together, and it was like Fatima was like, you know what, I got something. And like I said, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. You ain't finna handle me any kind of way on my job. We did go out of town and you tried to flirt with me. We got emails and text messages of these things of what you tried to do, and you offered your baby batter to me. I didn't ask you for it, you offered it. So Fatima said, you know what, let me finagle these things. Let me put something together. Let me chat GTP this thing for him and let him know you cannot play with me. You cannot play with her. I am her attorney, her legal counsel. And, we got all this evidence of what you tried to do. And, I'm going to go ahead and drum some up and send it to your job and let them know that you came to harass her at her place of employment, which is your employer as well. Different branch, same employer. Okay. Name still same name on the check every month. Okay. Or 2 weeks or whatever. So, I appreciate everything Fatima did because it wasn't nothing they could say. And that heifer, that little chihuahua was in the background talking, yap. I was like, shut up. You gonna make this stuff worse for this man because you could tell Demond, he was like, no, be quiet. Sabrina, let me talk to Sabrina. And at that point, I knew that girl finna have a fit. When you tell her to be quiet so you can talk to Sabrina, oh, it's gonna be hell to pay when they get where they're gonna get. And I hope next episode we see the aftermath of this conversation in the car, because when you tell me to be quiet so you can talk to another heifer, oh, we got a problem. Even though she in the wrong, but no, don't do that. Don't tell me to be quiet. But I do appreciate Fatima for being there and standing on business and helping Sabrina out. Tamika, you can go and then Mo.
Yeah, I liked it as far as her letting her know everything, and Fatima was like, something in that don't, the milk they ain't smelling right, something ain't right with that. That seems a little fishy to me. Y'all come from the same job, even though y'all don't work at the same branch. He does this interview. Did he try to hit on you? Was there anything romantic that was happening? And once she got all the tea, she pretty much was like, I think I know the game that he trying to run. And she used a little bit that she did know, mixed it with just, some other little bit of street energy, gave them the same energy back that they was given, but did it in an educated, smart way, and was like, do y'all really want to, do this? Because if y'all do, we could go ahead and send the paperwork, and we could send it to HR. Now, that's where she really got him mad, because he was like, well, what my job got to do with this? Oh, because it started out with y'all being, working together, then you went to this, then you went to that, so it's very much relevant to your job. He couldn't say nothing with that. That's when he started telling homegirl, like, be quiet for a minute. He had to rethink that, because you don't want your employment to be messed up and you be messed up with the embryo situation. So I like the way she handled it. It was funny because Sabrina was like, can you do that? She's at this point, she was winging it like, girl, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm bluffing like a mud.
Right.
But when you tell somebody about their damn job, baby, they get to singing and hemming and hawing and walking backwards real quick, don't? Yeah, you know what? All right. Baby, be quiet. Let me talk to Sabrina right quick. Mo, what's your thoughts on the vicious on the little pit bull and her handler?
Well, pretty much what Tamika said, but yeah. When, like you said, when that job got into the question, I'm like, you ain't thinking about that when you roll up on her at this branch. Like, come on, and yeah, it's on camera. And you got text messages and emails that you agreed to let all the responsibilities of those embryos be on Sabrina. So what are we doing?
Yeah.
And you got this lady next to you saying, she said she ain't bad. She said, I'll take you to court or whatever. She said, we'll have you subpoena and everything. We'll get in contact with your lawyer or whatever. We are prepared to take you to court. See it all the way through. Bluffing like a mug. And his chihuahua on the passenger seat up there saying, like, I'm on by, we see you in court. And she said, we will fight you all the way. It's gonna be costly. Cost you money. Cause mind you, Sabrina did share that she was kind of down because she put $1,000 to retrieve her eggs and get these embryos and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it is costly.
I think
have
that's
that.
sad.
Yeah, that's very expensive, and not for
sad.
nothing. I think that they should still definitely pull up paperwork and have him sign it, because her not having that not having that paperwork from the beginning and talking about we made a verbal agreement was crazy.
Yeah,
that's
a lot of money.
Yeah, because that's when he said, "Oh yeah, I signed it." Because Fatima this, he said, "Okay, I'm gonna send the papers, ironclad contract up about these embryos." He's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll sign it. I'll do whatever." And Chihuahua is pissed, and
and then she said somebody Craig, and he was like, "Craig, so who you think Craig? You think Craig
her cousin? That's attorney." I'm like,
Craig might be an ex-boyfriend. The way he responded.
No, Craig must be like Craig must be like that paralegal or attorney, family attorney who got 11 jobs.
Like he might be a Barney going with Charles. You know, Craig sound like a boyfriend. He ain't sound like no cousin. You know how people have kissing cousins, fake cousins. Yeah, that's my cousin, but that be somebody she's sleeping with. Because the way he looked was like Craig. Yeah, I don't know. He might be a bootleg.
Craig probably got his he probably got some kind of law or something.
He probably lost
practicing. Right,
yeah, it gave me that he was not a real lawyer, or
right, practicing at the back of a bodega or something. I don't know.
No, not the bodega. $5 super sticker from Michelle Wadler. Thank you so much. Thank you. Laura said he probably a jail lawyer. Baby Liz said Craig something. I don't know if Craig a ex-boyfriend, fake cousin, or he a jackleg lawyer at the back of the bodega like Mo said. But yeah, I do like the way, and like Mo said, all the money that you spent, thousands and thousands of dollars. I hate people have to go through so much just to have a child, and
the other person reneges
or say no.
Right.
That's but I do hate the money part of it, because you get pregnant for free, but if you have issues getting pregnant and you have to go through all these different things to get, I hate it. Costs so much money. Like, God.
Yeah, it's very expensive. I mean, I'm glad they brought this back up, but like I already said from before, I'm just hate that it was brought back up because of Imani. But I guess if Sabrina's going through all of this, then she do still want to eventually use it. We just don't know when. And I really don't need her to be thinking about getting back with Rich, but we already kind of knew it was going to end up going back down that road once Zach and them was talking about it, because Fatima brought that up too. Like, oh, we did see him at the juice bar, girl.
Yeah. I was like, no. Okay.
He was talking about you. I'm like, well, I still can't get that burning image of Penelope riding his D, whatever.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Because they did that, okay? They did that. They really did, okay? I'm gonna see if I can slide us over to the side. Okay. So I just had to listen. When I said Ebony Obsidian played her behind, she been acting her butt off all season long. She's been showing up and showing out. She has not disappointed not one episode at all, and I appreciate her for coming in on 10 every time. Because when
Yeah.
I say them tears was falling, when she saw that man, and she was like, "Why are you here? Like, what is he doing? Like, what's going on?" And then ooh, I was finna go there. He said, "Is this a DEI conference or some shit?" I said, he said, "No." Hey, said, "How you got Joe?" He said, "No, I'm serious. You can, something like that should make you just say, I can't deal with you." Like, Hayden should, it's your
That's
job.
not Hayden character though.
It's okay. All right. So I'm
It take a while for him to get there. Like somebody really got to present it in his face, plain as day.
Baby, it can't
like
get no plainer than that.
Hayden is thinking about the almighty dollar. He thinking about billable hours.
Okay.
Hayden is not thinking about respect or morals or anything like that because he ain't got none. But
yeah, that's why I can't rock with him, because there's no way in the world that you come in here. I don't care how big of a client you are. You, first of all, whether they was here to be hired, then that means that these would be people that's working at the company. And this is why I can't trust him when him and Fatima's supposed to work together. Because how are you standing here letting this man disrespect black women, whether they was coming here to work or whether they was clients? Either way, they would be important, and you over here giggling up with him like. That's why I'll never trust him. It is what it is when it comes to him. But yeah, we ain't gonna do that.
I think Hayden got mama issues anyway because the way he been Helen and Fatima and them in the past.
All the women.
All the women. It's just weird.
All the women like
how he treat them.
Yeah.
So
and
him letting that slide is not shocking.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tamika.
No, I was just gonna say, how y'all gonna tell me, because they whole thing what we've heard Hayden and Benson mention before is like, oh no, he's cool, he's not like that, he's never showed me anything like that, but he's literally making these comments right out front as soon as he's coming into the y'all law firm. So you can't tell me he hasn't made other comments in front of y'all. Y'all just been ignoring this shit willfully, ignorance, okay?
Right.
Because the bigger picture for y'all was getting his damn money. Because it's not just that he's a client. Like later we learned that he done delivered damn Benson kids and grandkids. So y'all really have a whole, friendship. And then Hayden over here trying to have a friendship with him. And y'all telling me y'all never seen this man be out of pocket? That's hard for me to believe.
Yeah. This was very interesting and very telling. It made me tear up. It made me cry. Like I was crying. I was upset and I was crying at the same time because it was just heartfelt to listen to those ladies tell their story, especially this. Well, I'm not. We'll just stay right here. Especially this lady. When she was telling that. I know the first lady is the one lady that really got me started.
For real, the first lady got me. I said, damn.
Yeah, the first lady got me bad. I said, oh my God. She was 38 weeks pregnant. Was having pain, and help me out. I can't remember exactly what she was saying. She was having pains, and she decided to have an epidural, or she's the one that I might be getting the stories mixed up. You remember the first lady story, Mo?
Oh, I just know she was about to deliver a baby. She pushed out the baby. She said doctor snatched out her baby. She didn't hear the baby cry. And I guess she lost a lot of blood and she passed out. And then she woke up, had a hysterectomy or something like that. I was like,
yeah, he forced her to have a C-section, even though she originally was saying she didn't want one. He made it seem like if she didn't have one, then it would be her fault. That she was compromising the baby. Went ahead
baby out of her.
Do it. Then gave her a hysterectomy with $100. So not only is the baby gone, but she'll never be able to have a baby. And pretty much was telling her like, oh, you can handle the pain, which like we've been talking about this for the first half of the season. This is real. I was just saying to them backstage, like us even seeing these videos come out over the last week and a half with these situations happening in real time and people recording the experiences. And I'm glad they're recording it. Usually I get annoyed with people pulling out their phones, recording everything. But in that situation, I feel like we do need to have a record, because women have been complaining about this for the longest time. And now usually would have people, oh, y'all over exaggerating, y'all got to make everything a race thing, and on and on and on and on and on. But then when you see this in real time, now there's still going to be some people that would deny it, but more people could be aware of it. And that's one thing I have gave the sisters this season credit for, is bringing up this real issue, because it is a real issue. it's hard, it's triggering and all of that, but I have been appreciative of that, and I agree with you. Ebony deserves all the awards. She killed it the first half of the season, and she
Yeah.
came back in tonight's episode and was killing it again. I was like, yes, baby, speak on it, let them know the truth. And at first, I was getting mad at Andy because I'm like, you bring them here, you know that the firm is against this. You don't tell them that part. You make it seem like they all it. Then they got to be triggered by seeing the doctor there. Then you tell them this information, and you're like, but I really still want to do this because I want to one still, go for y'all and go for my friend that went through this situation. And I also want to prove it and have him be thrown out and him, the doctor be thrown out and him take on your case. I was mad at Andy at first. Like, you don't just throw people into a situation like that and don't let them know what's what. But I didn't know that she was going to have Benson come in and listen. But even when he first was listening, the faces he was making and the way he was looking at his watch, girl, I want to kick him in his damn throat. I was like, oh, this man about to play in our damn face too.
Yep, he was like, I ain't got for 5 minutes. That's how he was at. I got 5 minutes.
Yeah, like he ain't got time for this.
But he couldn't move. Once he heard those stories, he couldn't move. He was,
and then he had the nerve talking about, but he been practicing for 30 years and he delivered my children, whatever, with my wife, whatever. And I'm like, and he was like, you white.
Right.
He treats black women different. And I don't like how the narrative of black women can handle pain, or you can handle it, you don't need no pain medicine, whatever. It's like black women been practicing on for years and years, hundreds of years, all the way back. We've been practicing on. We was like practice dummies for the medical field. And y'all can go back in history and read that gruesome stuff if you like. But yes, it's just terrible.
Exactly. It's not like it's not documented. And me having worked in the health field for over 20 years, there's a lot of stuff I saw when I was in there. And I always spoke up. I always try to be an advocate no matter what the situation is. And I've even told y'all some of my experiences with my health journey, right now. Like I actually joined Auntie's advice last week. She talked about the 2 women in the video. And at that time, I was only familiar with one. I didn't know about the other one that they literally sent her home. And she's giving birth in the damn car 8 minutes later.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So I didn't stream it to my channel, but I did join her for a little bit on her channel. If anybody, didn't see it. It's a hard discussion, but I got up there talking to her about it. And I'm like, no, this is very real. Like I've seen doctors do this type of stuff and say this type of stuff in real time with, or even my girlfriend, when she was giving birth, the doctor was like, oh, well, this is your 3rd one, and the way your hips is shaped. Like, what the hell that got to do with anything?
Wow.
Every pregnancy is different. Like, what are we talking about here? So,
that's crazy.
Yeah. This is definitely, yeah, it absolutely is.
Wow.
But I feel like the second one and Karen, I think, really brung it home for him. The first one, he was still trying to play in her face a little bit because she was saying she didn't know at the time and she didn't get to go back like for her records and some of the stuff was missing or something like that. Whereas the second one, the second one, she kind of had more proof. She had her family who was there, who he kept trying to say was the entourage and was loud and different things like that. And then she had got her records. And then the last one, of course,
so the first one was solo, right? She didn't have
by herself.
Yeah, she was by herself. Yeah,
and that made it worse. She had nobody with her at all. So that made it worse for her because she didn't have anybody,
no witness. Like
yeah.
And
then like he told the second lady, he kept calling her husband the baby daddy. Then put him out because the man trying to just defend himself. Like I'm her husband, not a baby. Like this being disrespectful. Like this man need to be cut off at the knees. Like
absolutely.
Because he's just like so disrespectful.
Yeah, just like the 2 cases of the women. The North Carolina and Indiana, Chicago, Indiana.
And
they had people with them. They had people with them to record it. So
exactly. And think about how many people that don't have anybody with them or can't record that. Like I said, they'll just say, "Oh, you exaggerating." It wasn't that way. And even if they get fired from the hospital, okay, that's cool, but they can always go to another hospital and get hired. So we need them to have these lawsuits and we need them damn licenses to practice taken. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, according to Orange Face, that won't even count anymore.
Right, because he's trying to change with an RN girl.
Okay.
I know.
They better than the damn doctors, you know. Okay, let's talk about it.
Yes, RNs, they real about their stuff. They take it serious.
And then the lady, she said she had another doctor that chimed in and agreed with what the man was saying or whatever.
She remembered the doctor name too.
As soon as she said that, I said, "Bitch, it better not be Dr. Vaughn." And sure enough, she said, "Oh, I remember the
name." I said,
"Oh." She said Vaughn, and they said, "What? That's the doctor's name." I said,
"That took up for him."
And she looked at Fatima with that cape on. She said, "Ooh."
So now, do y'all think it was a situation? Because my whole thing is what made it different for Karen's situation than hers. Do y'all think that this was something where he felt intimidated? He felt like he didn't have no choice but to go along with Dr. Vaughn? Like, was he just starting out there?
He's probably his first years. It's probably his early years. I see him doing that in his early years, but as time went on, it's like a F no. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I can see that being a possibility.
Go along to get along, even though you know it's wrong. People do it, and
but you be around them enough, and you see their ways, you be like, "Nah, that ain't right."
Yeah. Especially when you can, like, being a first year doctor. What I'm sure whatever stage he was in, because I think he's still hadn't been a doctor long, even at this point. So even back then, I'm sure he probably couldn't say a daggum thing because he probably would have been kicked out real quick. But
yeah, because he was already saying that he don't have the credentials that Dr. Cruz has, even with the Karen situation. But he was like, if y'all say that y'all want me to step in, I can step in. Maybe he didn't have that position to be able to do that at that time. But I feel like there's more to it, but that ain't helping the situation right now. They ain't making him look good.
Look bad.
Yep. And when she said that, Andy was like, she looked at Fatima and Sabrina, she was like, "Oh shit." But so when Dr. Benson, not
was
Dr.
looking like, "Oh shit,"
he was like, he got to go out and put out an wanted person in the building or whatever. And the man didn't want to leave. Child, they had to drag the man out of the handcuffs, and he looked at them like they were scum of the earth. And they had to escort him out the building. Child,
I said, "Baby, put his ass out the window. I don't give a damn about Dr. Cruz."
Did he say something about them again?
Yeah, called them hood
okay.
rats. He was still talking mess. I was really surprised that Dr. Benson did that U-turn though. Like after he heard that last part, he said his wife would be rolling over her grave if he didn't do something, and he was like, "We definitely gonna pull him out and take y'all on." I said, "Okay, come on now." I was confused that how the hell Sabrina already knew about the win when they literally both coming out at the same time, and she didn't even know Sabrina was there. They just finding out with his damn
right.
Okay. What they been texting each other the whole time. Like, what are we doing here?
I said, we just got here. How you know already? Okay.
Right.
We're gonna let it fly. We're gonna let it fly.
Let
but that can't be right, because no. But yeah, I do appreciate him, because we didn't think he was gonna do it. Hell, he said he wasn't gonna do it. But listen to them stories, and I'm glad Andy did, like Tamika said, had them listen to the stories so he could understand where we coming from, like what's really going on. And I appreciate him for just standing there listening. And then when he's like, my wife, God rest her soul, she'll roll over in her grave if she knew I let something like this slide. And hey, thank God for his wife, because I don't know if he would be able to do it or not if it wasn't for her. And she ain't even here, so.
All right. He probably made him thought about his wife and show a different perspective, because like she said, y'all white.
Yep.
You have privilege, okay, of that all. Like he is not prejudiced against his own kind. But to women of color,
very good episode. Very, very good episode. One of the best episodes we had since the first half of the season, because it kind of went down here after a while. And I'm like, after Karen came home and her mama left and went to go get some water and never came back, it's like the episode.
And Gary of it all.
The episodes ain't been right, but episode 19, 20, and 1. So we got 3 more episodes. Hopefully they'll still be top tier, because this could have been a season finale, to be honest. I'm gonna
need Karen to get the hell on.
It could have been a season finale. I don't think Karen gonna go nowhere, because
that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm saying. I need her to get the hell out.
I don't think she's gonna go nowhere now because of this case.
I mean, she can always travel back when they have a hearing.
Yeah, I think she already mentioned that. Like, she still had plans of going, and I guess whatever happens with the case, she's like, she'll cooperate and do what she have to do on that part. But I don't think she was trying to let that deter her from still making the move. They're actually supposed to do the party. I seen a little piece of the preview. They was all looking good and was
Yeah.
there
Mhm.
celebrating
Okay,
and drinking and taking pictures.
Mm-hmm. What
But
they
then
sitting
you
on.
have Dr. Vaughn outside of the damn place calling and texting Andy like crazy and telling her to come outside. I don't, hopefully she do take time to talk to him. That may not be the time to talk to him because right now I'm trying to celebrate with my girls. But I
Mm-hmm.
and I
definitely
do not
think
want to see Officer Green no more.
no, I don't
Oh,
want to see his
you think
ass
so?
at all.
So
Yeah.
y'all think Aaron is about what's going on with Aaron? He got to go right now?
Yeah, because he got the job.
That's what it seemed
But
like
I
it.
do feel like something is gonna happen. I don't want it
Yeah.
to happen, but I just feel like
Ugh.
things is going too good, too
You think we're
smooth.
gonna have
He have
Hillary
the
do
job
well
and
in
he
this
have the apartment set up through the job. So and then remember she was saying something about, them just being able to go to the justice of peace because Andy was so worried about them doing this damn wedding. And they only have a week. I don't know how long it's been right now,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mhm.
they only have a week to get everything together. So that's the big question. I really
Yeah.
do
So
hope that
are
they
we
able
gonna
to
have
go.
a Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Hillary, will you marry? Are we gonna have
I
this on?
don't know.
Because
Cause
I
I
hope
do
it's not what's
see,
gonna happen.
and I forget which episode it is, and I can't
I
even think of
mean,
it.
she said
One of
yes.
the episodes is something like Bon Voyage. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know it's in
Uh-huh.
terms of somebody leaving. So I would assume that's the episode that they're leaving, but I gotta go back and look
I
at it
hope
again and
so.
see
Cause I
what
don't
the
want to
yeah.
see. I don't
I
want
really
Karen to get
do.
stuck here when
Yeah.
she
Yeah, I want her to
have
get
her
stuck here.
heart to
Then she gonna be looking
move.
at Zach
Yeah.
again. I don't.
And I assume that they're gonna also be having the conversation of Danny, Pam, and Maurice coming up to her to let her know what they trying to
About
do
the
with the
business.
salon. Yeah.
Mm. Well, we'll see. Cause I didn't get to see the. I saw part of the next episode. Sometime I like
Yeah,
to see them. Sometime I
I saw
don't.
pieces of it because I wasn't paying attention. But
Yeah,
I
I
saw they
saw.
looking
Yeah, I
good.
didn't see
I
right. I
said,
didn't see the whole thing, but they was looking good. I said, all right now.
okay.
Sisters are
Mm-hmm.
saying farewell.
My girls hold me down. The
Okay.
boys mess around. Hey.
We gonna get out tonight, cause I'm living my life. Oh, that was a good episode though. So what y'all think gonna happen next episode? I mean, we said a little bit of this now, but y'all think we're gonna hear some more from Damani anytime soon?
Well,
I hope that,
I just
that
made
should
him to
wrap
sign
him
the
up.
papers.
All he got to do
Sign
is
the
sign
papers.
the papers.
Sign them papers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At least to bring them along.
Yeah, please leave the girl alone. She ain't really want you. She just wanted your baby battle. You gave
He
it to
offered it
her.
up. Sure.
Right.
Right.
Seemed
He
like a nice guy.
offered it to her in the cup in the building. He just
Mm-hmm.
showing the baby pictures and all. Like, why? Okay, you was a cute baby. All right, you're a fine man. Like that don't mean
Right.
so weird. Like, sir, you thirsty. But that, like
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina said, that lady was that pit bull, the little chihuahua was yapping. And
Yeah.
that's the reason why he was acting like that, because she was
Yeah,
pushing.
because she don't want him to have another child that comes from his, stuff outside. But that's his fault. He did it, ma'am. So
Yep,
take
he
it
did
out on
that.
him. Hmm.
Um,
And it was funny too when Rich was like, oh, let me guess, you offered her this and then you tried to get with her, she didn't want you, so now you mad
mm-hmm.
about it, which was pretty much what it was. And then homegirl, so Rich, why the hell you ain't giving her damn baby?
Right. That was
Oh,
funny.
God.
Like he
Whoop.
tried, but it went
Yeah,
womp womp
he
womp.
did try.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I thought was gonna happen. Remember when they was like having her go through this whole process, I was like, she probably gonna find out she already
I
pregnant by
was.
him, therefore she don't
Uh-huh.
need the process. But we
That's
didn't
what we
go
thought
that
was
route.
gonna
Next
happen.
thing you know, we had Penelope riding him. So it is what it is.
Thank you for
Right
coming through,
back
Lori. Good
home.
night and
Good
happy
night. Enjoy your
Good
Thanksgiving.
holiday.
night. Thank you for coming through. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy
Mhm.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
If you celebrate it.
Yes, if you celebrate. If not, if you off work, then enjoy.
All right.
Excuse me.
Or your time to yourself or
Yeah.
around with your family.
Okay. Um. So yeah, that's that on that. We're gonna wrap this thing on out. Mo, what you got going on your channel, darling?
Girl, I don't even know. I can't even tell you.
Girl, stop.
Just make sure y'all subscribe, hit the notification bell when you know when I upload or go live. Hey,
All right. And
enjoy
Tamika.
your holiday.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to anybody that celebrates. If you have a 4-day weekend, then definitely enjoy that, or a 3-day, whatever the hell. Um, I know that I'm not too sure, y'all. I know Force is Friday and Family Business is Sunday. I don't think too much else is going on besides that. I'm in the cut, but we'll pick up things again next week and keep your
Right.
notifications on just in case. If we upload anything or go live, make sure you hit the like on all the channels, you subscribe to all the channels, you hype us up, put us up in the algorithm. And let me just say, somebody decided to stop in my comments last week. One thing about me, I don't talk about other content creators up here. You have never heard me talk about anybody, so I know that y'all, whoever this was, never been to this channel before. Only if I'm giving a shout out, only if I'm bigging up people, and if I do say anything that comes from somebody, I always usually say their name. I never try to be like anybody else. I don't even watch other people's reviews purposely so that their thoughts, whatever they say, is not in my head. And the person that you was like, oh, stop trying to be like them. The funny thing is, they show us support. We show them support. I got nothing but love. Okay, nothing but love for you, baby. So I was like, you at the wrong place with that. It's funny how people try to tear people down and like make conflict where there is none and be messy. I don't know. It's weird to me, especially when it comes to Black women, because we have a hard enough time on YouTube as it is. But I
Okay.
thank you for stopping and watching and commenting nonetheless. But it's a no for me, dog. You'll never see me being like anybody else. I'm myself in real life and on YouTube.
Okay.
Child, this is a force to be reckoned with. I don't know what you're talking about. I would love to know who they tried to tell you who you
Right.
was.
We're gonna talk about behind
We'll talk about
stage,
that
but
behind the scenes, cause child,
Yeah, because it was weird. I was like, what? Okay.
who they tried to tell you? Try to be
y'all,
like Wendy Williams or something?
y'all need to relax.
Yeah, for
Like, I mean,
Relax.
real. Renee,
Oprah,
you
like
in here?
who?
You
Enjoy the
baking?
commentary.
Oh, you
Yeah.
baking? I know you would be baking. Go ahead, girl. Get your bake on.
She
I
said
wish you
she
could
can
send me some of
participate. She can
it. That's
participate.
okay. We appreciate you
Yeah, because we
always.
know you have been going off in the chat, Miss Renee.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Yeah.
thank you for coming through. We truly do. Yeah, I don't have anything going on other than family business on Sunday. We're gonna try to get Pluribus episode 4 and 5 in
Because,
before
baby, when
next
I
week.
tell you Five had me cracking up last night, honey, I hollered.
Yeah, so if y'all not watching Pluribus, which is on Apple
Apple
TV,
TV.
Mm-hmm.
please check it out. You'll be locked in from episode 1 because you'll be like, what the hell? What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell
What the hell
going
y'all
on?
say? You'll be like, what is going on? I need to keep watching to see why this is going on.
Where
And
this train is going
yeah,
and why are we going
it's
in?
derailed already, and it
Well,
ain't back
yeah.
on the track.
Right.
But it's a very good show. Please check out our recap. We did episodes 1 through 3 last Thursday, and because of Thanksgiving, we're not gonna be able to do it tomorrow. So we might have to
Right.
catch up next week if we don't get it done over the weekend. But other than that, we're gonna be out of this thing, and we'll see y'all later. Bye bye.
Bye.